Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. This is a twin flames in separation or no contact reading. If you are not interested in your past, you do not want to know about what's going on with somebody in your past, this reading is not meant for you. So please check out my playlist for a collective love reading, a singles reading, or your sign for some general love readings. And leave this reading for those of you who need this reading. So welcome everybody. If you are in a no contact situation, if you are missing your twin flame, thinking about your twin flame, looking for some guidance today, looking for some evidence or some thoughts and feelings, this reading is for you. I do have some charms and some initials. We'll be using those. And they're saying in-depth messages. Okay, so I'll take in-depth messages, Spirit. Maybe this is going to be in a longer reading than most, the way they said that. But let's call in our spirit guides. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. Before I start, I just want to remind everybody that I do have a twin flame and soulmate channel that focuses on these types of readings and relationships. So check that out. The link is in the description below if you enjoy my readings and you need more guidance in this area of relationships. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see what Spirit has for us all. Let's call in our spirit guides. Spirit, please share with us the person on our mind. What is it that you want us to know? What is it that you need us to hear today? I am listening for you now. Person on our mind, no contact, twin flame. Okay, they're saying misunderstanding before I even start. So maybe that's something that's going on around somebody. I have cuddle, cuddly, cuddle. I'm trying to figure you out. Okay, so yeah, there's a sense of misunderstanding. There was a, maybe somebody said something and somebody took it wrong. Maybe somebody, you're reading them wrong. Let's keep going, but I'm trying to figure you out. Okay. And yeah, there's a part of me like none of this should be happening. You know, maybe it should be happening, but I feel like it's gotten overblown or blown out of proportion or something like that. I have an animal lover, pit bull. Maybe somebody owns a pit bull or a pit bull mix, something like that. I miss your dog. Our dog misses you. My dog misses you. That happens a lot. It's not just about you. It's about everything, whether it's dogs, kids, family. You know, when people break up, it hurts a lot of people. Let's keep it simple. Okay, maybe that felt positive and it felt negative at the same time. It felt like keeping it simple, we won't fight. But it was also like somebody saying to you, like, I don't want to be any more serious than we are. And it made somebody feel like I'm not good enough. So that could have happened also. I have them taken. Okay, so there could be a third-party situation for some of you, not all of you. I'm not going to necessarily tag it as a third party because I don't know if that is connected to everybody, but it could be a situationship. It could be we're twin flames in separation and somebody is with somebody else and I can't get you back right now, or I need you to end that connection in order to be with me. I have a daydreamer. I'm daydreaming about you. I'm thinking about you. I've been purposely putting myself in places you go just for a chance to see you. That happens a lot. I want to bump into you. I want to pretend that I'm bumping into you. I want to pretend it's an accident. Yeah, I mean, I think people can see right through those things, especially things like the bars that we always went to or the restaurants we always went to, or if you work in a public place, you know, and you could just happen to go there, you know. So it's I don't know. That feels like it could be really awkward. You're better off making plans to meet and you both know why you're there instead of this bumping into you energy. It wouldn't work out. This feeling of being pushed away again. I'm in search of a wife, somebody who wants a commitment. I want to be a wife. It could go either way. I'm looking for a commitment. I have shadows, secrets, and lies. I've been keeping something from you. I've been keeping something in the shadows. Little bit of a behind the scenes energy. I haven't been completely honest with you. I don't know if they're necessarily lying to your face outright. I'm not feeling, they're saying betrayal. They are admitting betrayal for some of you. So behind the scenes, but I don't know if they were, lying to your face or they just were doing things behind the scenes that they didn't want you to find out about, obviously. So third party situation for sure for many of you. I'm scared of losing my independence. Let's keep it simple. I don't want to change things. I like how it's working. It's working for one person, but it's not working for the other. Take a walk with me. I always like that energy. That feels like, take my hand, take a walk. We're going to start this journey. We're going to talk. There is a sense of this will continue. This journey will continue, whether it's unfinished business or it's just that it's a twin flame journey. But there's definitely a sense of somehow, some way, we're going to find our way back to each other. I want to think things through. That's probably something that they said. It's classic. I need time to think. I need time to figure things out. I need time to figure out what I'm feeling. And it's kind of one of those things where you go, you can't figure out your feelings when we're still together. You need to not be with me, not talk to me. How do you figure your feelings out when we're not talking? So it's kind of but it does work. No contact does work for a lot of people, believe it or not. It's a chance for people to clear their mind, not have emotions involved, like things that are being said that shouldn't be said. And oftentimes it proves to people how much they really miss each other and that they really should be together. I have a 2 of Cups. I have a High Priestess. I have a King of Swords. And I have a 2 of Wands. I have to tell you, my soul, I feel like my soul is telling me that we're supposed to be together. Like my mind, my soul is telling me we're supposed to be together. Intellectually, I feel like we know that we're good together. We could communicate usually really well, even if some of you don't have a third party situation. So some of you do communicate really well and you're kind of wondering what happened. Somebody just, I feel like, is trying to find themselves for some reason. Something maybe is going on in their own personal life. Midlife crisis, a sense of I'm not where I want to be at this stage in my life. I should be doing something different. Maybe I need to refocus on my career. Maybe I need to focus on my kids. This is taking me away from being a good parent, and I want to be a better parent. So there's a sense of I'm having a hard time balancing it all. I'm having a hard time doing it all, but my mind is telling me that we should be together. Is how it feels, at least how I'm reading these cards. I have a Hierophant. I have a Fool. There's a starting over energy. I would be shocked if this didn't come back together. I have a Hanged Man. And I have a Page of Wands. Something is going to happen where you guys reconnect somehow. whether they bump into you, a random meeting. And it's almost this feeling of, we can't deny that there's so much here. We can't deny that this love is amazing. We can't deny that there's passion here. It's a little bit of a kiss and make sex, kiss and make up, and have a great sex makeup session, and just kind of, go, I don't want to ever do this again. And, kind of that makeup session is pretty intense. Like, I feel like that could be, a way that you show each other that you really do want to be together and you missed each other. So there's a part of me that says the passion is still there. I haven't stopped loving you. I haven't stopped being attracted to you. I want to bump into you randomly. I don't think that that's the best move, is the bumping in. I don't think that that's going to help. I think that's going to make matters worse, especially if the other person knows that you did it like as a manipulation or did it on purpose, Spirit's saying. So yeah, there's a sense of don't do that on one side or the other. Let's get some initials. Maybe we'll get a confirmation that of your person's first initials. Maybe we'll get your initials, a name, something like that. Spirit, tell me, people separate, especially twin flames. They go through so much. They'll go back out there and they have to learn another lesson. And unless they learn that lesson, they don't come back together. So your person hopefully is learning, even if they were with somebody else or are with somebody else right now, they're learning something that they need to learn in order for this union to come back together. So you could be going through that. Yeah, they're saying the dark night of the soul. You're both going through a difficult time. I have a V, I have an L, I have a G, I have an A, I have a D, I have an N. I feel like I want to spell glad. I'm going to go with that. I feel like there's something that's going to be hopeful, or I'm glad you called. I'm glad that you want to talk. I'm glad that I heard from you, so I'm going to go with glad for some reason. I have an X, an R, an F, a Z, a B. I have an S, an O, an H, T. I have an F. I have a Z. I have the letter A, and I have another another H. So there could be something there. I really am feeling this isn't over. I am just feeling like there's either some misunderstanding, something got blown way out of proportion, that I think part of me feels like it's our first real fight also, that we've never really ever been away from each other. So for some of you, this could be the first time you're going through this. And I feel like I am, just struggling with the whole feelings of it. I've broken up with people before, but never like this. And I just feel like it's not over. I feel like Spirit's letting you know that it's not over. Definitely. Let's get some loving messages. I run away and hide my true self. I ran. And so we always have that runner in that twin connection. We have a chaser and a runner. So you've got a runner who possibly got spooked, got scared of something, got overwhelmed by something. I stay busy so I don't think of you. I'm trying to just throw myself into my work, other than when I'm stalking you and trying to bump into you. So this person is kind of playing it both ways. But obviously you're on their mind if they're trying to figure out a way to see you without it looking so obvious. Maybe you blocked them so they can't get a hold of you. We have so many beautiful memories. They could just be thinking of the life that we shared. So that's important. Sometimes that separation allows us to look at the good. It couldn't have always been bad. Sometimes one thing, two things, was going to wipe out all this time and all this love. It's like we can't get over this unless it's something very important, of course. I want to be your lover. I feel like they come back and it's a passionate reunion. Okay, let's say it that way. But I think that we have to do it. I think, whether it's tears in our eyes and whether it's I really realized I missed you. But I do feel like it's a kiss and make up and probably great sex. Spirit, please share with me. I was immature and I needed to grow up. There's a big part of me that feels like I shouldn't have said what I said to you. I shouldn't have reacted the way I reacted. I shouldn't have kept something from you. And, it just proves that you've got to be crystal clear with somebody as to what's going on in your life also. If you're sharing your life with somebody, you're intimate with somebody, and this is your significant other, they should kind of know what's going on in your life. There shouldn't be like this whole part of your life that you don't know anything about. I have the great outdoors, outings and activities, has a changing nature, fleeting connection, a short affair, the circus tent. Okay, maybe this person's walking away because it turned from it was going really well to all of a sudden I feel like I'm in this circus, I'm in this chaos, I'm in this drama, and I don't want to be in this. Not my monkeys, not my circus. And this person's like, I am not signing up to be in this circus. So they pull themselves away from it. Or you push them away because you don't want to be in their circus. Like, I can't handle your chaos anymore. I can't handle your drama anymore. So there's definitely that. Like, we have to both be kind of living in peace. I have soaring ideals, having very high standards, pursuing dreams together, and feeling uncertain about the future, wanting to explore, having ambition. Now, this can go both ways. You can have somebody who I think of myself as up here, and that's the most important thing for me. And then you have somebody who says, I think of myself up here, but they do nothing about it. So they have, they're down here, and they're down here. They don't get up off the couch and go to work every day, but they, like the jobs out there are too good for them. They're not good enough for them, I should say. So you get disgusted with what you say and what you do are two different things, So if you don't respect this person, or you are struggling with, they're saying all these things, but their actions don't match, then that is definitely something to be upset about and something to talk about. I have loving lightly, small joyful moments, a delicate balance, not ready to commit. So I feel like there's a combination with that card that said, let's keep it simple, and this misunderstanding and this not ready to commit that I feel like triggered somebody. That it either triggered them into, it could be you, that said, well, when are you going to commit? Will you ever commit? I'm not waiting for you. This isn't a game for me. This is my life. I don't want to waste my time. So I feel like something they said related to their commitment level towards you triggered you somehow. Like they're not saying what you want them to be saying right now. And it was just enough for you to say, well, I'm not doing this anymore. Or for them to say, I'm not doing this anymore. So there is a sense of, you're not giving me what I needed. It doesn't mean that that's not what their feelings are. It could be they just said the wrong thing at the wrong time and it just hit you. Boom. Like I can't believe you just said that to me. And that's enough. There's the door. Golden shallows, swimming in circles. Maybe lacking depth. reflecting love's beauty, making waves, going deeper, shiny objects. So swimming in circles, I think that's important. Where are we going? That's probably the biggest thing on the table. Is I don't have a sense of where we're going. I don't have a sense of what it is that you want. And maybe I'm tired of waiting. Maybe I'm tired of giving you the benefit of the doubt that I need time, or things will get better, or I'm working on things. So there is an incredible sense of you need to trust me, but their actions aren't helping in some way. Spirit, please share with me. This person still has some lessons to learn. Spirit's saying it's a sense of dressing up and showing up for life. It's a sense of facing their own demons or their own reality, and or not putting blame on others, something like that. So this person's got a little bit of growing up to do still. I keep up a facade to the world, but you always saw past that into my soul. So yeah, they could put on this kind of, look at me. Look at me. I'm soaring to new heights. Always. I'm amazing. I'm wonderful. Everything's great. And you're like, what? That's not true. You don't have a job, So, there's a sense of embellishment because of their ego. And I feel like this person has to face the facts and show up and do the work. Like, I feel like one person's living in a not quite reality, and the other person's very realistic and looking at the facts and looking at the day to day and looking over here and going, you're spinning your wheels. That's why you're not getting anywhere. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating because we're not on the same page. You brought out the best in me and I came alive in your presence. So maybe you helped them with if you did certain things that you can achieve the goals that you want, we can work on those things together. Maybe they felt like they had kind of a teammate, they had a partner in crime to tackle the difficult situations in their life. But it's not your job to fix them, and it's not your job to, pull them out of something. You were my sanctuary. You were the only person I could confide in, and I betrayed your trust. Whoever they were talking to, and it doesn't necessarily mean they were sleeping with them. It could have been I had kind of an emotional relationship with somebody. I was confiding in somebody. I was talking to somebody at work every day about us, and somehow that came out in a conversation like, how would so-and-so know about my business? How would so-and-so know about what's going on in our relationship? So I feel like something crossed the line, or something was a disrespectful to be talking to somebody about what the two of you are going through. It's like it crossed that line of privacy. It's always been you. I don't know how to tell you the truth, and I want a new beginning. I do feel like it's not over. I'm not saying that this person or you have to work on things, but I do feel like it's maybe we had to go through some of this pain. Maybe we had to just get something out of our system, say what we felt instead of keeping it inside. I've been upset with you for this, this, and this. Well, you never told me. I can't fix those things if you don't tell me. So, sometimes it builds up, and then all of a sudden everything that's wrong with the relationship came out all at once. So there could be something going on with that. Can I have some charm, Spirit? Let's see what our charms are saying. Maybe we'll get some additional clues. They're saying it's going to be a hard new beginning, even if you both want it for some reason. Okay. So yes, we'll fall right back into place. Yes, we'll pick up where we left off. We'll probably have this kind of crazy emotional reunion. And, but I think that from that point on, it will be hard work. I feel like we are going to have to talk, and I feel like I'm pulling teeth from one person. This person's like, I don't want to talk about my feelings every day. Okay, well, maybe they have to. I have the letter T. I have a Pisces. I have, what is this guy? I have a Capricorn. I have a Taurus. And I have a Cancer. Okay. What does this say? This says soon. Oh, I love soon. That's one of my favorite words from Spirit. I love soon. That's always good. I have the letter S. Okay. I have a tree, and then I have two plants with like watering cans. And it came into me, and I said, you know, like, why the two? It's like we both have to water the tree. One person can't water the tree. If we want this to grow and put down roots, we both have to be doing it. Maybe one person was doing all the work and the other one was saying, you know, that's above, not, you know, that's not good enough for me, or I'm up here and I can't do that, you know. So the ego, somebody's ego probably was getting in the way, I should say. I have a Eiffel Tower. I'm going to say not necessarily traveling to Paris, but it was like looking at something from a very high perspective. That when I'm at the top of the Eiffel Tower, I can see pretty far. I can see, you know, beyond the immediate circle. So a little bit of let's try to get over what we're going through right now and try to look at the big picture and just try to see beyond this is how I feel. Like, can we get through what was said? Can we kiss and make up and truly put this behind us is the question. And I do feel like you can. I have a little rabbit, but he has his fists up. So it's I'm going to fight for this energy. So that feels good. I have, it looks like a flower, petals. They're saying soft flower to me. You know what it feels like? And I'm going to put it with this baby cup. It feels like a pillow that's a flower pillow. Like it's got dimension. It's got, you know, thickness. Like it could be like a big pink flower pillow on a little girl's bed, something like that. It just can't. So maybe it's just a little girl's room I'm picking up on, or we have a daughter. We have a lot to fight for somebody. We wanted to have children, you know, are we putting that dream on hold? You know, so something is going on, but it felt like a big pillow. Yeah, I have a pacifier. So we could have a lot at stake, and it's not just the two of us. It could involve children or young children even. I have a parrot. I go back and forth with this charm a lot. I get a lot of different types of messages. It's coming into me as waiting. The parrot is just kind of waiting there patiently, just kind of looking around and doesn't really have a lot of movement and just kind of waiting for some action, waiting for something to happen. So I've got a lot of time on my hands, they just said, and maybe that's not good. Maybe you are spending way too much, you know, looking at your phone, waiting for the phone, you know, I'm going to say looking at my phone. Okay. That whether it's you or them, I'm constantly expecting a call. I'm constantly just thinking that at some point this person's going to call. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, you maybe you can't help it, but I would say try to put that energy into other things. You know, get some exercise, walk, meet a friend, talk, do something that you like to do, you know, so maybe something like that. And then the bottom, last charm I had was the shooting star. So I do feel like we're going to reconnect, and, you know, wishes do come true. And this is the person that you want. And also this feeling of like the universe brought us together as a twin flame union. Yeah, there's a sense of it's bigger than both of us. I would say that. I would say that, you know, twin flames always find a way back to each other. So I would be in agreement with that in this particular connection. So I feel like the energy is in the universe with that shooting star. Okay. So maybe it's soon with that charm that says soon. And let's just get some final love messages. Let's see what they're saying. Spirit, some love messages. What is it that you need us to know at this time? They're sharing it's always hard. We know these are hard and difficult days for you. They're saying the waiting is almost over. I'm going to say, I think the waiting is almost over. Okay, so I'll take that. Thank you, Spirit. Maybe we needed to hear that. Let's see what the messages are. I'm not ready to be with you yet. Okay, so they've got to be ready. Just remember, they've got to learn the lesson. They've got to feel the pain. If they're trying to bump into you, they're putting some effort into trying to reconnect to you. So I would say that. And if they're checking their phone all the time, you know, obviously you're on their mind. I've been crying over you. That could be you. That could be them. You are the right person at the wrong time. Maybe you want something that they can't give you right now. And they said, I can't give you that. If you want to be with me, you can be with me, but I can't give you this. So maybe they've already shared that with you. I'm sorry. I do feel I'm sorry. I thought that true love didn't exist. So they're realizing that this is deeper than I thought. This is more hurtful than I thought. I want to know how you've been. That's always a big one. I just want to know if you're okay. I just want to know what you've been doing. I'm missing all those little things in our days that we always talk about. I can still feel you. I feel like I keep going in circles, which they already shared with us. But how do we end this kind of, you know, circle we're on? I can't give you what you need. Yeah, there's a sense of, it doesn't mean that they can't give you what you need forever, but maybe they can't give you what you want right now, or they can't satisfy what your hope is right now. It doesn't mean that they can't give it to you someday. And that's probably the question, is like, is it that you can't do it now, or is that you don't think you want to do it ever? You know, because should I wait for you? I mean, if they say, no, I can't do it forever, then you might be wasting your time waiting for this person. They might not be ready in this lifetime. I know now that I do need you in my life. So they said it's not over. This journey will continue, right? So whatever the misunderstanding, whatever is going on in this connection, I would say that you're going to probably reconnect with this person. And I'm going to say it's going to be a tearful, emotional, passionate reunion. So get ready for that. You know, bring on those tears, but hopefully they're tears of joy. Hopefully they're tears of forgiveness. Hopefully they're tears of, I don't ever want to go through this ever again. Whatever it's said, but I want this pain to go away, Spirit just said. Okay. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, claim it, own it, it's yours. If you would like a private reading with me, please visit my website, CathyMamolinsPsychicMedium.com. Check out my other two channels, my Pick a Card channel, my Twin Flame channel. I will put the links in the description below. That Twin Flame channel will have lots more no contact readings for all of you. So take a look at that. In the meantime, we'll ask Spirit to guide you and take care of yourself. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.